There we go. Hello and welcome.
Greetings, Twitch chat.
Welcome to episode 12
What?
of the War
Done
of
12 of
Inheritance.
these?
Yeah,
I
we
think
have.
he's just choosing numbers at random.
Yeah, it's going to be
That's free every
episode
day.
56. Have you seen the way I'm doing his chapters of his book? He's
No.
read chapter 1, then chapter 10. But it's a magic book, and this is a magic stream. Hello and welcome. So I'm going to be trying a new thing today in an attempt to cut down on rambling recaps. This is a thing that I'm going to try, and if it doesn't work, then we can talk about it after the session and work out a new thing. So the way it works is, I haven't told my players this, they're going to get it sprung on them unprepared. Jacob, the first thing I would like you to do is tell me what is the most important thing that happened last session?
Most important thing for the party or for Iris?
I'm asking you, Jacob. What is
Okay,
the most important thing that happened last
last session was we defeated a minion of Mordred.
Defeated a minion of Mordred. Lovely. Zoe, what was the most important thing that happened last session?
Okay, there's two. They're drawing. Tyndall turns out he's a beefcake.
Yeah.
And we ran into a relative of Miss Castle.
Oh, sadly deceased.
That is correct. David, what is the most important thing that happened last session?
We came across a blockage of dead ships and went aboard them to heroically spring a trap in the long-standing traditions of the House of Freyr.
The House of Freyr. I love it. In a cloud of smoke.
In a clan of smoke.
And having watched the session but was not there, Amy, what was the most important thing that happened last session?
The most important thing that happened last session was that this seat was taken up by an amazing guest player and my little brother, Dan, who played Captain Swift of the boat, the good ship, boat ship.
Shipboat.
Yes, and heroically sort of hid behind the party for most fights.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's pretty
Expended
It was pretty
as
great.
few resources as physically
Yes.
possible. Oh, we're all about to die. Fine, I guess Tyndall can have some more bardic inspiration.
Now
Except
that-
his maximum hit points. He expended the shit out of his hit point max.
Now that I am back for this session,
Yes.
might I please reclaim my little Neve mini from the Shelf of Glory behind you?
No, never. I
No.
refuse.
The other side.
She now
yes,
stays
there.
there.
She is.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
She lives there now.
You can have her back.
She is back.
So, that was a pretty good way of doing a recap. I thought it's pretty quick, everybody gets involved and we do one small thing. That is most of the session. If you want to know exactly what happened last session, there is a video recap that you can watch either on twitch.tv/CellpenGM or on YouTube/Cellpen.
But don't do that now.
Don't do that now.
Like,
now
watch
we're
now.
role playing. So we're going to begin exactly where we left off. There was a Sahwagin priestess clad in robes of black with a glittering black trident in her hand and Lord Tyndall's blade through her chest. She is clinging to life because of the healing magics that Iris is constantly, and I need to say this, constantly channeling into her. But for your divine intervention, she will die. She is on the cusp of death because there is a blade in her and there's only so much you can do about that. Let's go from there, shall we? She is not conscious.
I am going to move to Lady Freya and dump the healing potion from the wells into her. If that's acceptable.
That is absolutely fine. TD4 plus 4.
Oh god, why have I done that? Sorry, those D4 are awful
Mm-hmm.
together. Like
Yes,
one of the
yeah.
numbers at the top.
That's
is-
fine.
Oh
How many hit
no,
points do you regain?
that's just the worst. Sorry.
9. Gain 9 hit points. I need to never do that again.
Yeah, those are bad D4. So you regain 9 hit points. The Lady Freya wakes up. Captain Swift comes over to you. Well, how are you feeling in yourself?
Fuck off. Are you alright, my lady?
Didn't deserve that.
You probably did.
Thanks, York.
Anyway. My lord, my lady needs to be helped to equip. I'm gonna move over to the Sahagin priestess.
And you are gesturing to Lord Tyndall.
Yes, I was.
Yes, indeed. My lady, I'm glad you are fully recovered. Fuck off, he says, as Captain Swift gets in the way. Is it all right to take this out? He asks Iris, who is currently keeping the priestess alive.
Just pull it. She'll either die or she won't.
Draws the sword, and the wound gushes forth with blood and then begins to close up as you continually pump your please don't die spell. Tyndall wipes the blade off and then sheathes it and comes over to you to check that you're okay.
The trident.
Yes,
This goes
still
straight
in
to
her
the-
hand.
Oh dear.
Jorg nudges the trident with his axe to attempt to remove it from her hand.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
Accidentally triggers a war between gods.
Accident.
Oh, I like it. Okay. Gain 10 XP for the pun and then lose 10 XP for triggering a war between gods. Okay. So you knock the axe of Lancelot against the trident of Mordred. Cool.
This can't possibly go wrong.
Okay, so you move the axe. Are you just attempting to gingerly touch it?
I'm just attempting to gingerly knock it out of the way. I'm not swinging into it or
You
anything
move
like
the
that.
axe close to the trident,
Yeah.
and it gets within range, and you feel like a reverse polarity, the same polarity magnetic field. It's pushing away at the trident. You push the axe in, and the trident pushes away.
Okay.
And as you do this, you see the body of the Sapwagine start to shake. Iris, you can feel that there is some form of energy appearing. You can feel a similar kind of presence to the one that emerged at the end of last session, as Jorg pokes the trident with the axe.
Are you saying anything?
Yeah, there's something coming. Maybe move the axe away from the
I
trident.
take her hand off at the wrist.
Iris, maybe stop keeping her alive.
Would anybody
No.
like to stop this
No,
action?
let it happen. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I've been distracted by Freya asking me to stop keeping the Sapwagine alive.
Neither Tyndall nor Swift noticed this. With a swift blow, there is
I
a...
would hasten to add, this is the Sapwagine priestess,
Yeah,
not Iris.
I understand.
Okay.
Good.
I realised I didn't clarify that.
There is an arc of white light and a sudden searing blaze in the room, and the Sapwagine priestess's wrist, trident and all, falls to the ground with a clang. Can everybody please take me a reflex saving throw? Sorry, a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah? Totally. I didn't roll a 4. Shut up.
Well, we got here quicker than I.
Oh, shit.
14.
16.
14, 16.
I'm
You're not there, that's true. For
I'm
this
just eating popcorn and enjoying.
swell, you can be Tyndall just until Neve comes back into it.
Neve just on the boat. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's, feels appropriate
What did you
somehow.
get, please, York?
Well, I rolled a 5, so that's a 4 on York's reflex save.
Okay. The boat underneath you lurches. There is a terrifying, great rumbling sound which appears all-encompassing. The fog has not fully lifted. It is more mist than fog now, so you can see a greater distance through it, but visibility is only about 20 feet, so you've got much greater than you had, but it's still not perfect. And the walls start shaking, the floor lurches suddenly to one side, and you can hear all around you the sound of creaking, groaning, smashing wood. The Sapwagine's eyes light up black, and the floor lurches unevenly. Everyone who got 14 or more, which is everyone but York, manages
And
to...
Tyndall.
And Tyndall. The Tyndall failed.
Oh, Tyndall failed.
Okay.
Well,
down.
he just pulled me up and now he's...
He pulled you up and says, "My lady, I was..." As the floor shifts drastically to one direction. This ship has tilted about 45 degrees. You and Tyndall, 45 degrees, like, whoa, suddenly. You and Tyndall roll down to the other side. Can you each take me some damage?
Don't roll well? Oh, can I try and catch Tyndall?
Can you try and I'll take a dex check to...
Which
No.
which side, Josh? This side or this side? 'Cause
You go back out into the hallway. So can you please, including your DR, take me 2 points of damage?
I don't have any DR. I take 5 points of damage. And unconscious.
Tremendous. This is what happens when your party take all their armor off. Okay, Yorg rolls head over heels and not in a graceful way, and he hits his head with a crack against the wooden beam. That must have been very loud for chat, I apologise. With a crack against the wooden beam out in the hallway, and you see he slumps down unconscious. The trident has skittered along on the same trajectory as both Yorg and Tyndall,
Actually, not it.
and is swooping down towards both of them. The boat lurches once again, and you feel it start to descend. Like I said, there is a deafening cacophony. You don't need to take checks. This boat is sinking for sure, and maybe so are the others. What do you got? This, so you know, is a skill challenge, is how we're going to be doing this, which is exactly how you do cinematic scenes in D&D. What do you guys do? Immediate reactions, please.
I'm going to try and stabilise York.
Okay, so you can. I'll take an acrobatics check to get down and stabilise York, please.
That is a 16.
16 is great, yeah, absolutely. So Iris, you see, nimbly clambers down, hands and knees because it's quite steep, but climbs down the ship and reaches out to Yorg. And Yorg, you are stabilised and not dying.
I'm excited by this.
This is good. You were only on 0, weren't you?
I was only on 0.
So you were not dying, but you have made sure of this. Yorg is not. There was a nasty smash to the head. If you hit 0, you are stable.
Oh, okay.
There's probably a decent amount of blood because it's a head.
Tell me, what did you get on your acrobatics?
16.
16. What if that had been a medicine check? What would you have got?
That would have been 14.
14. Okay, cool. So yeah, you get down, you check, you look over Yorg, and he's got a nasty blow to his head, but he is not in any immediate danger. Tyndall, Iris, what do we do? My lady, are you all right?
Everybody needs to get off the boat now.
All right. Then I say,
Don't touch the trident.
there is a. Can I have another reflex? Dexterity saving throw from everybody. You automatically fail. You are unconscious. What do you get?
9.
9 is not
Tyndall
good.
is not up.
Tyndall is not good. What did you get?
I don't know what his modifier is.
For his dex save.
6.
Not enough.
Yeah, 16.
16. Okay, Iris. You managed to maintain your footing just fine because you were on your hands and knees already, having crawled down. Everybody else rapidly falls down to join you guys, and nobody got a nat 1, did they?
No.
Okay, that's good. The trident falls down is smack bang in between the unconscious Yorg and Tyndall. You got to do something to get off this boat because it's not looking like a very safe place to be right.
Can I climb to where the... Oh, so have we been thrown towards the middle
You've
of
been
the boat?
thrown back towards the middle
Into
of
the corridor.
into the corridor. You come out of because the big double doors were destroyed by Yorg earlier. There are bits of debris, and you can hear a horrible creaking sound coming from up further down the ship.
Okay.
There's a slam from somewhere.
I'm just going to grab Tyndall and just run back the way we came in.
Okay, so you grab Tyndall.
How's Swift dealing with all of this?
Swift, we'll tell you in a second, but you are not there. You grab Tyndall and try and make your way out. Please make me an acrobatics check, which you're quite good at. He doesn't fail.
25.
25? Okay, on a 25, you grab Tyndall, one arm over your shoulder. He says, "Surely I should be supporting you, madame!" And you head off. The rest of you see Freya and Tyndall hot-footing it out of there, pursued rapidly by Captain Swift, who is up and running. Yorg
Is unconscious.
is unconscious.
I'm going to... Well, the next thing I think I need to do is to get Yorg up, so I'm going to use my less good healing potion that I have from way back from session 1.
Yeah,
where
go
I
for it.
filled up some water from a well,
Sweet.
and I was told this is healing water. I'm going to use that to heal Yorg.
Lovely.
And you can heal at least 1, which will go to 5.
Yay, max hit points!
6, you get 6?
No, it gets 5.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
max 5. You're up. Your head really hurts. You still feel foggy and slow, and there's heavy energy still in the room. There is a trident right next to you, and Iris has just fed some water from a water skin into you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to get to my feet. I am going to.
Please move your. Oh, I don't have the thing.
There we go.
Although this is more theatre of mind.
That's fine.
Not yet, Amy.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I know. Give me a sec. Right, let's go. Go. I'm basically going to drag you.
You're not going to drag me.
What is your armour class, please? Currently, York?
12.
Yeah. There is a around your leg, and the Sahuagin priestess, with her one remaining hand, has grabbed out and grappled your leg.
Okay.
Iris, you see this. Meanwhile, you guys, running down the corridor, have. I mean, are you just going?
Pretty much.
Sweet.
Is it like upwards?
This is the corridor is now at 45 degrees, so you're running basically along the corner where the wall meets the corridor, and it's quite tough. Some of the doors are swinging open, and as you move, there's another great crunch, and you hear something falling up ahead. You're not entirely certain. You can see down in some of the rooms there are dead things that are moving. My love, what about the others? Says Tyndall. Forget them. Let's go. Save yourselves.
I'm going to yell back that there's zombies. I don't know what they actually are.
That's fair
zombies. And yeah, let's just keep going.
Right. Iris and York.
This thing just made my decision a lot simpler. I lodge my axe in her skull.
Yes, I'm not going to make you make a. Oh no, roll me a d20 and just don't crit fail.
I didn't crit fail.
That's fine. This is not hard to do, but fun things happen on that ones in this session. So yeah, you swing down and you don't see her expression as she dies.
Yeah.
She is very dead. Re-dead.
Re-dead.
You could save her.
I do.
Iris reaches down as you pull the axe out, and you see the wound reform over.
Head, shoulders.
Yorg is going to hack the head off of the Sahuagin.
I'm going to try and stop him. I'm not very strong though, but...
Please make me opposed athletics checks.
I can just roll with disadvantage if you prefer.
No, that's fine.
Okay, you want me to roll in athletics?
I do.
Okay.
What do you get?
You fend me off. But I roll
15!
Oh man. Okay, you are dragged back by Iris, who may be weaker than you and smaller than you, but hasn't been unconscious at all today, and has certainly not had all of her max hit points reduced.
And I'm still being grappled by the Sahuagin.
Yes, so
Probably
Iris...
let go of it, got an accent.
the Sahuagin has let go. The Sahuagin is crawling slowly towards you guys,
Okay, I'm going to...
but you have pulled Yorg away, and you hear zombies from
Yeah.
and you look and you see that they have made it quite some distance away.
Okay, I'm going to take off my cloak
Yep.
and then use it to try and wrap around the trident. I want to try and avoid touching the metal of the trident.
Sure. Okay, please make me a
Nothing can
sleight
go
of
wrong
hand
with
check.
Okay. That's Dex, isn't it?
It is. So carefully pick up the trident.
20. Not
20
not
is
bad.
really good enough. You wrap the trident in a cloak, you take your cloak off, and
I've got inspiration, I'm not good.
you do. Yes, you have you wrap the trident in it, and you pick it up. It feels heavy. I mean, it's a solid metal, large trident. It is heavy, but it feels slightly heavier than it should do. But you have grabbed it. Congratulations. The hand that was attached to it falls off and falls onto the floor.
Gross.
Lovely.
And on the floor, you can see that there is a very pale. The Sahuagin has kind of green-blue skin, and there is a pale, light blue line with little red markings directly along the hand where it had been holding the trident, as if it hadn't let go for some time.
I'll turn to York and go, soldier, which is not something I would normally say to you.
Oh, slap!
Bring the priestess. And start walking out.
So good. Take me an acrobatics check. It's not hard, but this is a difficult corridor to traverse.
That's 13.
13 is fine. Jorg, Iris has pulled you off and then left you behind. What do you do? Jorg is buffering.
I take her head up at the shoulders and follow.
Yeah, okay.
Amazing.
You don't need to roll for that. You execute the priestess and then start stumbling off the Iris down the corridor. This is a conversation that needs to happen, but for right now, we'll go with a door in one of the portside cabins bursts open, and a couple of undead things fall down at you. This is not an intentional attack.
Okay.
They've been pulled by the boat, and one of them makes a swipe at you and misses, and one of them makes a swipe at Tyndall and hits him. And Tyndall has not got enough hit points for that. Yeah, one of them grabs Tyndall and pulls his arm, and it dislocates, and he goes white as a sheet and falls down. The thing is on top of him accidentally and reaches in to bite him.
I am trying to chop this thing's head off.
Okay, make me
Without
an,
injuring Tyndall.
Yeah, see all the cool people, right?
make me an attack check without injuring Tyndall.
Yeah.
Okay, make me an attack check with disadvantage. With disadvantage, roll twice and pick the worst result.
I got 19. Oh, I got 19 again.
All right, Freya.
Yeah.
Fine.
You know, a lot.
Loads. Yeah. The bad guys in this have minion rules, which means that if you hit them, they're gone because it's a cinematic. I'm not going for hit points. That's not what this is about. You behead both of the undead things. One of them landed badly, and their bodies are lifeless once again. They look like, and they're wearing the same uniforms as the sailors of this ship. But Tyndall is very much unconscious and maybe dying.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to try to rouse Tyndall. I don't know.
Medicine check.
You have a potion from the well. We all
You
do.
can take a medicine check. That's all right.
10.
10 is insufficient. He makes it a death saving throw. He's okay.
Well, he said he's okay.
Yeah, he's doing fine. You want to die on this ship. Good things happen if you die on this ship. A section of the ceiling peels away. I say the ceiling, it's part of the wall now. Peels away and falls down at you. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please? In fact, everyone in the corridor make me a dexterity saving throw.
22.
Fine, load. With 22, you can defend Tyndall even though he is unconscious.
15.
Absolutely fine.
12.
Also fine. Yeah, so you guys, and as Captain Swift, clunk, a bit of falling debris hits him. Oh, that might not be that. It does not. Captain Swift takes a chunk of wood that falls on him, and he doesn't love it, but he is still up. He says, "Would you stop dillying around there? We've got to get moving."
Can I carry Tyndall
Look.
out?
We'll do it together. He gets
Right.
one arm over Tyndall. He says, let's get out of here. Come on. And he's going to start carrying with Tyndall. Iris, you are catching up to this. These guys were slowed by the zombies that fell on them, which you witnessed. And you can see that you are going up the stairs onto the upper deck now. Jorg, you are at the back of the party at the moment, but not so far behind Iris because you are not that slow because you're not wearing your heavy armor.
Nope.
So you guys are making your way there, and 1 moment, please.
Chapter 2.
I wasn't sure we'd get here right away, so it's on a different page.
I'm glad to have fucked with your expectations.
No, that's fine, no problems. There is a. Can you please make me a wisdom saving throw, Iris?
Yes.
Stop the paladin.
11, 13.
13. Thank you. That's an excellent suggestion. That soldier just disobeyed your orders, and he needs to be reprimanded physically. Would you like to attack the paladin, please?
Sure. I'm not proficient with a trident.
Are you going to attack with the trident? That's amazing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a sudden sense that, you know what? This guy just betrayed you. Is the vibe that you're getting at the moment. Yeah, would you like to? You're not. I know you're not proficient. Please attack with the trident. Yeah, you should totally carry this weapon. That's a good thing to have.
7 plus no proficiency.
That's fine.
Plus
You-
strength, so 6.
Okay, you clearly missed. Oh, so what's your armor class at the moment?
12.
Okay, you do.
I have a shield.
It's not going to be 6.
No, I understand that. This is a magic trident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's an issue.
You swing in. Jorg, you see Iris stop for a second, and then turn and suddenly stab at you with a trident. You handily
the
step.
shield.
Sorry.
Well, it's a shirt.
You handily step to one side. Yeah, it's a straight miss. It's not a.
Close one thing.
But Iris has turned and has gone for you.
I don't really know what to do about this.
That's fine. You guys make it up onto deck. Freya and Captain Swift have got Lord Tyndall.
Yep.
And you pull them up, and you get onto deck, and you can see that there are a ring of zombies milling about
How
on
many?
deck.
Like a lot, or just?
At least 10. You look and you
Okay.
go, oh, okay, a bunch.
What about the ship that we came from? Is that sinking?
Yeah, now you're up on deck, you get a better view of this. Some of the fog has dispersed, like I say. You still can't quite see either side of the river because it's a really big river.
Yeah.
But you are
Oh.
in the middle ship that is collapsing, and the ships all around you are also collapsing. This fleet is sinking.
All of them.
Yeah,
Even
it
the one
looks.
we came on.
Well, you're not sure. Captain Swift said, "My boat! Gotta get back to my boat." It's that way, he says, and points directly at the big horde of zombies.
I'm going to attempt to heal Tyndall with some healing potions. Oh no, wait. Actually, I don't have any. Sorry.
Really? You've got one?
You've got one.
No,
Everybody has one.
Freya was too stupid to actually pick up me from the river. She just figured the soldier would carry enough. So I do not have any healing.
Grand. Okay, well then Tyndall needs to make another
Are there
saving
zombies
throw.
approaching?
That's not a success. Are the zombies approaching? Make me a stealth check, please. Tyndall, Captain Swift is helping you. And he passes.
25.
No, the zombies have not noticed you. There's too much movement and noise going on.
Okay.
There is a in the river. Could have been something falling in, you're not sure.
Right. Can I just start taking out the zombies while they're not knowing what's going on? Being stupid
I
zombies.
guess yes. You succeeded at a
sneak
stealth, so you go. Yeah, start attacking these zombies. Make me an attack check, and we'll see how we go.
16.
Okay, on a 16, you shoot a zombie, and it's hard enough that it goes backwards, but this turns the attention of some of the other zombies. And then make me a stealth check with disadvantage, please.
Wait, no, don't make her make disadvantage rolls. That's her
12.
secret.
What do you get?
12.
12.
It's her secret ability.
A bunch of zombies turn and start charging towards you.
Okay, I'm going to draw my swords.
This is crazy. We've got to go back down and out the other side.
Out the other side.
But must come out the other end of the boat as well.
What?
This is yeah. Yeah, get back, you great bastard. That wasn't Irish start.
Does he have a weapon?
Sorry?
Does he have a weapon?
Yeah, he draws a crossbow, which he twang and starts reloading and backing away down the stairs. Meanwhile,
What's the look I'm getting from Iris at the moment? If I take a moment to say, make an insight check.
I'd love you to make me an insight check, please. Iris, can you make me another attack while you're
No.
doing this?
Nat 1.
A nat 1.
Oh
Great.
boy.
14 minus 1, 13.
Hits.
Okay, so you go. What can I
Have we
judge
got a
anything?
shield?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
that's
a-
a 10
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2.
Oof. Okay, not optimal. I'll roll damage.
That's fine. It's at -1. Her strength is -1.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh man, that's lame. Okay, so would you like to take 5 points of damage?
Your unconscious skill.
That's why you failed your insight check.
Yes, because I was busy getting stabbed.
So on a nat 1, you were busy getting stabbed. And Iris, you come to. You've done the right thing. And you're like, wait, what did I do? You are now aware of the actions that you have just taken.
Okay. I see Yorg, and I check him again. Does he need to be not dying?
It really depends what I just got stabbed with. He only did me 5 points of damage, which means I'm exactly at 0 again.
Yeah, Yorg's not dying.
Okay, then I will. Luckily, he's not wearing armor. Do my best to. I'm out of things that heal, so do my best to wake Yorg up. Failing that, try and drag him
Medicine
out.
check.
Medicine. There we go.
He may not be wearing armor, but he's fucking big.
That's a 12.
12 is not enough to rouse Yorg. But
Then I shall try and carry him.
Yeah, okay, so you can make me a... Yeah, Yorg is big. You can make me an athletics check, please.
5.
Okay, you are heavily encumbered. You
Okay.
can carry Yorg. You drag him just about very badly over your shoulders, and you can stagger slowly. It is very difficult, and you're going to be making all your checks at disadvantage while
Okay.
you are carrying Yorg.
Were you in the boat?
Well, I'm interested to know what's happening with me.
Right,
Yeah.
Neve,
To the Need Cave.
you are woken by a terrifying shaking, and you come to. You are in a boat.
Mm-hmm.
There are shouts in Dwarven.
Yeah.
You have been wrapped in some kind of a blanket and had a little bedroll put under your head. These have rolled to one side as the boat lurched, and you hit your head and went, ah, and woke up. Shouting in Dwarven, a cacophony of noise. It sounds almost exactly like 12 boats sinking and crashing into each other at the same time.
Almost exactly.
Hey, I'm going to head up onto decks. What can I see?
Okay, you head up, and as you do, it's all a bit of a blur. You've just woken up. The fog is still quite thick around this part of the boat because it's dispersing from the centre.
Mm-hmm.
And so you hear shouts, your ears are ringing, you see what looks like a zombie chasing a dwarf, and there are shouts coming from further in the... Yeah, you didn't see any of this before.
No.
So you get up on deck, you can see there are boats that are sinking.
It's foggy, right?
It is foggy. Masts, one of them cracks and falls, and there's a tremendous thud. There are shapes in the water below you.
Okay. I'm sort of done with this fog already. I am going to focus on the water that is hanging in the air, and I'm going to channel a gust of wind to clear the space.
Can you shape water? That's astonishingly good.
Well, gust of wind is a level 2 spell.
Gust of Wind is absolutely a level 2 spell. I'm telling you right now, because this is
Droplets of water.
droplets of water, you can just do it with shape water.
Yeah!
You can spend your level 2 spell.
No, that's cool, that's cool.
And it will go much quicker, but you can, just as you move across the deck, suddenly pools of water follow you. In fact,
Amazing.
as you walk, it's the reverse of the fog cloud, and the water coalesces and condenses around you, and you leave a set of watery footprints across the deck.
I love it.
Um,
I'm going to find the nearest dwarves and go, what's going on?
There's a bunch of undead here, man, and we've done the best we can. They all headed off after some voices they heard. Ain't seen nothing of them. I suspect they're all dead.
Right. What can I see on the boats? Can I see any of our party?
Yeah, you start, well, with your fog clearing.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe a perception check, please.
Where is my perception? There it is. Okay. 20.
That's good enough. The fog noticeably clears. Visibility, yeah, you part it and you focus for a second and you see it start to get thinner and thinner and thinner, like someone's tuning in on a television set.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just coming sharper and sharper and more in focus. And then you guys up on deck, the fog has gone and you can't see, but you are up and not looking at this point. You've got other problems. Need, you can see that there is a swarm of zombies that are approaching an unconscious Lord Tyndall and Freya and Captain Swift, who are supporting him with one hand each. They appear to be having some kind of an argument.
Oh boy.
They are like maybe 80 to 100 feet away from you and up 2 boats. Although
100 feet away.
Yeah, although the up 2 boats is a bit of a problem because the boats are shifting and moving. In fact, the boat that they're on lurches downwards suddenly and knocks a bunch of zombies over.
Okay.
This could be it, says Captain Swift.
I I'm going to draw on lunar energy. My eyes are going to silver over, and I'm going to channel beam of motherfucking moonlight down into the middle of the zombie horde.
It's like got a range of 100 feet.
It has a range of 120 feet.
Grotesque.
Let's fry some zombies, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You cast Moonbeam,
Yes.
and cutting through. In fact, this is why the fog cleared so brightly. Right at the centre of the ship, at the centre of the middle ship of this mass, coming bursting out of the fog, is a shaft of silver white moonlight, and the fog clears around it. You see Freya as you and Captain Swift backed away from the zombies, and they were almost upon you. This pillar of moonlight vaporizes them. You see them turning and frying and twisting in the darkness, in the light as they die, and then there are a bunch of charred corpses. There are 1 or 2 zombies on deck who were not caught in the moonbeam, but the vast majority of them are gone.
Oh, thank God.
I'm
I'm going to yell to Neve. Tiddle needs help.
Get back here!
Yeah, what she said.
Right. Is Swift strong enough to carry Tyndall on his own while I escort? Ish. Or shall we just both?
Let's both just take it.
Yes.
He says, let's go. And the two of you start making your way there. Oh man, fuck the others. He says.
No comment.
Meanwhile, back here, Iris, you are struggling. You are making your way, and there is a sound from one of the rooms. It is something large that has just clambered, maybe in through a porthole. There's a snapping sound.
Oh no.
And you look in the room and you can see a truly horrifying sight. It was once a crocodile. And crocodiles are known on the Ellesmere, particularly up near by the Lake of Tears way. This one is very dead. Its normally brown skin has turned grey, bits of it are hanging off, and its eyes are whited over. It is still clambering up towards you.
I'm going to use minor illusion to try and make that. There's not a door here. There's no door.
That is just the best. Yeah, super clever. That just works. You close the door with minor illusion. The crocodile that was ramping up for a charge, well, you hear some padding and some moving. It takes an action to investigate and fails. Aren't undead immune to illusions? No, chat, I don't think so. I think it's kind of fun if they're... I mean, it depends on the undead, I guess. Crocodiles, no. Crocodiles are immune to illusions? No, they're not. And I gave it an action to try and figure it out, and it did not figure it out.
Are crocodiles immune to illusions?
So
these deep questions we rely on you for, chat.
So there's a... and it goes back into the water. There are probably more than one, but you continue to stagger down the hallway. A mast on a ship somewhere breaks and starts to crash down onto the boat. You can see it looks like it's going to crash down onto the boat that they would be going on to get to yours. Maybe there's nothing you can do.
Maybe there's nothing I can do, but maybe there is.
Well, if you've got 5 seconds to do something about it.
Hang on a second. I don't think my shape water can do anything force-wise.
Make ice.
Crunch! The mast slams into the deck. There is a splintering of wood and beams, and that ship is, it's almost pulled apart. Something was clearly doing something to the ship underneath, because these ships have all started to corrode and decay and sink, and it breaks almost in two. You guys had just made it, and you were about to clamber over onto this ship using the rope that was still attached. The rope kind of it unties from the ship at the other end, and the ship at the other end starts sinking rapidly into the water. About half of it has broken away. You can see on the inside the storage room of this ship. And Captain Swift goes, look at the gold, look at the gold, look at the gold. And you can see there are chests and crates and bags in there.
Amazing. I'm going to focus on the thin layer of water around the bottom of our boat.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it to move this boat closer. I'm going to use the water underneath us to drive the boat.
I'm going to tell you right now that is really cool, but you cannot use your shape water for that. That is
Why not?
yeah, that
That's
is
a shame.
that is control water.
Do
It's
my
a higher
best,
level
but-
spell. Yeah, that's fine. So you can. Well, what you can do, I'll allow you to use shape water as you go. You make sure that no undead crocodiles come near your boat.
That's cool.
You look over and you can see that they're coming, but you make sure that the undead crocodiles, which I'm telling you right now, are what you can see. They're going and biting great holes in the other boats.
If you want to move the boat, talk to the dwarves. Would be my thought.
No, they're doing their best.
Well, the dwarves were currently running around going, "What the fuck do we do?" Looking for instruction.
All right, get over that way.
You could give them some guidance.
I'm giving them guidance.
Okay. Are you sure?
We got to rescue these people.
All right. Keep a weather eye out for obstacles and undead and such. And the dwarves go too, and they start moving the boat, which fortunately Captain Swift already fixed. You run to York. You are unconscious.
I am in fact still unconscious. Turns out 5 hit points, not a lot.
Not great. No, Iris. You're really struggling under the weight of York. You just about get up on deck in time to see Freya and Tyndall and Swift looking over the gantry down onto a lower ship and stuck and not sure where to go.
Help me with Yorg.
Help me with Tyndall. I don't know how to heal him.
I don't know how to heal Yorg. Oh,
The ship shakes once again.
no, I'll have a look. Does Yorg have a quick frisk of him? Does he have any more? Do you have any healing potions? in your
I
inventory?
have in fact an empty water skin which had a healing potion.
York, it looks like has a healing potion on him, which you reach out and ka-dunk, and it is empty. There is nothing there. The section of deck that you are standing on begins to give way and collapse into the rooms below. I will take either athletics or acrobatics from people who are there.
12.
12.
7 plus 4 is 11.
11, okay.
That's a disadvantage.
With disadvantage, not bad, man. Okay, so Captain Swift grabs you and Tyndall and pulls you both. But he's a halfling, and he pulls you both. You get the hint and move just as the beams underneath you go. You got 11?
Yep.
Okay, so you push Yorg, who goes rolling off out of the danger zone, and you end up hanging from the edges of broken boards by your hands. Need you see this? The boat is making progress. The dwarves are piloting it around some
How
of the
far away
wreckage.
are we?
You're now probably 50 feet away.
So close. Get us in closer.
Can I please have a dexterity saving throw from you? Because you are handling a trident.
13
That's fine.
plus.
That's enough.
Okay.
That's fine. You did not either drop the trident or touch the trident. Are the things that I was checking.
I'm going to take the rope and chuck it to Iris.
Iris, there is a rope been thrown to you.
Okay. I've got a trident in one hand and
You do?
a deck in another hand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and hook the trident round the rope.
Of course, the camera bit, but yeah.
Drop the trident!
That will give it back to them.
Can you let me know when I'm in 30 feet?
I will.
Okay, I'm going to run over and try and help you up.
Okay, so you put down Tyndall and you run over to try and help up. Yeah, okay, I'll take a perception check with disadvantage from you and a straight perception check from you. Freya runs over and helps you onto the deck.
17.
17?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
That's just horrible. Okay,
Those are good dice. I want them dice.
Yeah.
alright then.
Yeah, we both see this, whatever it is.
You both see this. So, what you see is Captain Swift grabs Tyndall and says, oh, he doesn't say anything. He grabs Tyndall, makes a couple of hand signals, and goes invisible.
Is Tyndall invisible as well?
He is.
Oh, the fucker.
That has happened.
You can't have him.
Only there was a spell that allowed you to see invisible people.
Well, that's super useful.
That has happened.
Verify.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I haven't got it prepped. Maybe I
York.
did have it prepped.
Yo, you have just had a long rest.
That's true.
In your voice, in your head,
Mhm.
you hear a voice.
Mhm.
And the voice, it speaks to you, and as it does, you see these ships collapsing. You see the undead still roaming. You see your friends in trouble, and malign influences abound.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, I could help you, you know.
Definitely
That's not,
trustworthy.
that's
That's
totally
not Elaine.
that's not the voice. That's not the voice I was
I think that's the
expecting.
voice of Scar from The Lion.
You could save your friends. I can do that.
Skip.
Yorg need some time to consider this.
Yorg is.
Take me a wisdom save.
Yeah, sure.
Shouldn't be too bad, wasn't it?
I'm going to. Thank you, seagulls. It's fitting.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus a blast of fairy fire onto the area where I think Swift was.
Stop it. What's the range on fairy fire?
60 feet.
I hate you. Let me get away. Okay, so as soon as you see Captain Swift turn invisible with Tyndall, there is a poof of purple dust on.
Glittery water droplets.
Yeah, in fact, the fog that is still there coalesces into the shadows, and you see an outline around them, and they are suddenly lit by sparkling purple light. They are still invisible, so you can't see their features, but their outlines are completely. You can tell where they are.
Can I tell which one is Swift?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
one of them's
the one
unconscious
that's-
and a half.
It's the one that's 2 foot tall and is currently dragging. You can see
see
a
the edge
shape
of
that
the
is being
moustache.
dragged, and yeah, a
Which direction is he dragging him in?
away from you.
I'm going to shoot him.
Oh, Swifty. You
With
didn't know who you were
advantage.
messing with.
Yeah, you can have advantage.
Because of the fairy fire.
Surely disadvantage from invisibility.
Because
I
you're
got
invisible.
more than
That's
20
exactly where
to
it is.
hit.
And you get
You hit.
More than 20.
you might get a crit on the second one.
You do not get. You do not get.
No, I
sneak attack.
didn't.
What's your advantage?
Oh shit. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. How much damage do you do?
Oh boy. Swifty.
16.
I'm just gonna say he's really dead.
Yeah, you messed with the
Wrong.
wrong pirate princess, Swifty.
R.I.P. Captain Swift.
you
Of
said
interest only to historians from now on.
Well, you say that, although you did say interesting things happen if you die on this ship.
Thank you for reminding Jeff. There is a and you see the shape collapses. Immediately he becomes visible, still glowing and glittering. He becomes visible, and so too does
Tyndall.
Tyndall.
Okay.
Tyndall.
There's no like zombies going straight for Tyndall?
Not
Do I
yet
have time
that you
to
can
help
see.
Iris?
This was while you helped Iris up. You have helped Iris up.
I'm there. York's there. York's on the floor.
This was Captain Swift who went, I'm alone, let's do it.
Am I within 30 feet?
You are almost within 30 feet. You'll get there really, really soon.
Amazing.
On 11, on your wisdom saving throw, you hear, for the love of God, do not accept his help.
What am I? A fucking conference call?
Yes, you are.
You feel this
No, I
coming from your axe.
Oh.
The first voice is trying to talk to you again, and you get the sense that the second voice is that the presence of the second voice is stopping that from happening.
I have faith.
It's good.
I wasn't talking to you.
Great. That is fab. You're still unconscious.
Sure.
You are now within 30 feet. The boat comes in. I mean, you basically, there's going to be a bit of damage to your boat. You're like, well, we'll just have to deal with that later. There's bigger fish.
Who needs help?
Shouts Neve.
York!
And Tyndall. I'm going to chuck the rope down to you now.
No, I'm not close enough for the rope yet.
No,
But I-
It's a 30-foot rope, like that's 50-foot rope, maybe, but it's still.
What is it, 20 foot of knot?
That's right. Because I'm going to misty step through to.
Ooh.
Not Misty Step.
I got misty
Druid.
step.
Misty step
Yeah,
is so
I'm going
good.
to. I'm going to
Point
pull
to point
a
helpful.
fog cloud around me, and I am going to appear on the boat in another cloud of fog next to Yorg, and I am going to.
Are you maintaining your moonbeam, by the way? Is it still
no,
there?
it's gone.
Okay, fine.
It's gone.
Because you can move it around.
Moonbeam
Yeah.
Moonbeam is fucking...
Surely I
You go, "Boosh," and then next turn as an action, you can be like.
Surely I can't multiple cast this. It took out a load of zombies.
That's fine. Yeah.
No, I'm good. I am misty stepping through, and I am going to do a
Disintegrate.
cure wounds
Yeah, that's it.
on a York plus.
Or would you like to go up to 5 hit points?
Almost certainly. Depends what she rolls.
He has 5 max hit points. You do 2d8.
Wait, no, but my spellcasting ability is +5 anyway, so you get it all. I don't even need to roll.
No, you get +3.
It-
Unless you roll a 1.
It's worth pointing out.
You
Yorg
go
looks
to max hit points.
awful.
Yeah.
He does.
Yorg looks about 30 years older.
Oh my
You
God.
are up, however. You have been moved up.
There we go. Did you say Tyndall's in trouble?
Yeah.
Great. I'm coming over to do the same to Tyndall.
Cool. What are these spell slots for?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Um,
Tyndall is back up.
Great, cool. What happened to the halfling?
We need to get off the boat. Where is Captain Swift? We need
He
to get
is
off the boat.
very dead. I look at you, because that is clearly a Freya crossbow bolt in
It's
his
true,
chest.
you have executed him.
Yeah.
He's dead beyond my art to help.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
He had 5 max hit points.
There's no time, we've got to go,
Did
we've
him
got to
15
go.
points of damage.
I'm going to grab his key ring and then.
Nice.
Take me a sleight of hand check to go and shift you around his.
Which one's. Oh, I didn't.
I'm calling to the dwarves to
Go,
get
go,
closer
go.
to throw ropes.
Come with us.
I am coming with you. You're going first. There's only one fucking
Where'd
rope.
you get
Go!
Okay, so Yorg tries to corral people. You have Neve bringing your boat alongside the debris that is rapidly falling in. I need everybody to make me a either athletics or dex check, your choice.
No disadvantage on the
That's true. 18's great.
6.
Tyndall loves it.
5.
6, okay. You don't need to because you're not on the boats that are falling.
She's
She's teleported over.
Oh, you've missed a step over. Yes, you did. So what did you get? Sorry, you got a
6.
A 6. Okay, Neve, you
Can
are.
I attempt to
right.
grab Neve?
I got a 5.
She's next to me.
Oh no, we
Yes,
both
attempt to grab
go.
me.
Yes, you can. I'll take a reflex save to just grab her.
Hey, that's 14.
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, nice.
Neve, you are caught princess style as
By a really
By a really
rough
tired
looking
Yorg.
So I assume an 8 fails.
an 8 does
We
fail.
all did all
Okay. Do we get to know the DC of this check? Because I can throw dice at this.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. The DC of this check is a 12.
And I got an 8.
Depends how
So
big
I
the
will
dice
use
you
my
can throw.
divine soul ability to throw 2d4 at it.
Oh yeah, nice.
Take the D4s with him, yeah?
You didn't like them.
Go for it.
Oh, why are you doing this?
That's forward,
Exactly
12.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly what I needed.
Okay, so so you almost slip, and this would have knocked you right down to the other side of the boat, which is not a great place to be.
I'm being knocked down to the other side of it.
What did you get?
Well,
please?
I
got
passed,
eight.
so I could try and
No,
catch
it's
up.
fine.
What about Tyndall?
I
Yes.
have things that are happening.
Okay.
You pass, which is great, and you
Although,
almost
York did tell me to get off the boat, so I am heading towards the other
you
side.
almost
so probably
fall,
not near
but
them.
do not. However, you frisk.
Yes, you're miles away from me.
Yeah.
Crime doesn't
Sorry.
pay.
You reach down and you
crime,
you
he's dead.
It's not crime. I killed him. He doesn't need it.
Exactly.
Okay, so your murder victim that you start looting.
Falls on top of you.
You turn him over and try and go for his pockets. His eyes open and are black. He reaches up and starts throttling
Oh my god.
straight to your throat.
Oh.
His hands are unnaturally cold. He was alive just a moment ago. He is still glittering and purple.
Okay.
And black, yeah, like jet black eyes. How many hit points do you have, please?
I have not many, 9.
9. Great. Would you like to lose 5 of them? As he's choking the life out of you. And his mouth opens to speak. You go.
Okay, crossbow into his mouth.
Make me an opposed initiative check, please.
Oh, I got a 1.
Okay, you reach up the crossbow, and he says, and you feel that he's speaking with words laced with magic. And he says, "You should go and swim in the river. Please take me a wisdom saving throw."
Oh, that's not good for me.
And you want to pass.
Where is wisdom? Oh, here, 9.
What is wisdom?
9 is not enough.
No.
Freya, you don't have to drop the crossbow, but you must now go and swim in the river. That's a thing you must do.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a flip into the river because I'm Freya.
Sweet. You see Freya get up and
Swan dive.
forwards flip into a beautiful swan dive into the river. There's still some fog lying down there covering the front of the river. There's all kinds of wreckage and debris and undead crocodiles down there. Let's see how well that goes. But everybody else manages to make it across over the ropes with the dwarves' help onto the boat. And I think we're going to take a mid-session break right there.
Wow.
We need to, Jesus.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Well, that was fun.
Wow.
That was very intense.
Yeah.
Very
with
intense.
This character, you need to let me know if I failed saves before saying what the effect of failing them is.
Thank you,
And
yes.
especially because I had inspiration as well.
Cool, you just need to remind me of that thing.
But I rolled I rolled 13. I'm like, maybe that's a pass, and then you just started.
Apologies, yeah, thank you. That's
But
it.
it's fine. It's made an interesting character thing that we have to deal with.
But it's a thing that you need to remind me
Sure.
of as well.
Yeah. So I'm now going to start asking you, is that to fail, or asking for DC?
That's fine, yeah. Cool.
I don't know. You're trying to keep DC.
I am trying to keep
I don't believe you
DCs.
get to know the DC, do you?
You don't get to know the
I do
DC.
get to know whether I pass or fail, though.
That's
because
correct.
my
You don't
ability
get to know the
triggers on
DC.
pass or fail.
Right, so if you roll an 11, I can say that fails, and you go, okay, well, I'll make it a 15, and I go, well, that still fails. And you go, ah, curses.
And then I go, I reroll my inspiration.
I'll say, there's something good. Right, cool. Thank you, gang. We're going to take
Okay.
Pass me the chat.
a brief break.
I want to see what people are saying.
Yeah, we've had a pretty active chat. It's been good. Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like what's going on in your head.
Not a conference. It's more the. I wasn't talking to you, Lancelot. Back up a second.
Well, I'm having my axe and going home then.
Yes.
Do
Oh,
you still have the trident?
I do.
Yeah, you managed to get off the boat. Good job.
Get on.
Yeah.
on piece of blue.
Man, we got the cursed trident.
Give it to a crocodile. See what
Oh, and you know the strongbox currently has no owner.
And you have the keys. Did you get the
No,
keys?
I
No, you
didn't.
didn't get the
10
keys.
on it, so
No,
all
but
I
you know
did
what?
was
There are a
completely
whole load
screw
of.
myself.
I'm reliably informed. There are a whole load of lockpicks on the floor just in front
I
of
think
the
they're
strong
broken,
box. Oh.
Well, you came in and bossed that scene.
Well,
Thank you.
It's
we were
almost
all
like-
about to die.
it's almost like I hadn't spent a session using up all my spell slots and being exhausted by dark powers. So, yeah, you're welcome. Oh man, it's so weird looking at out of context chat. We have double paladin and steal all the popcorn. Oh no, the fleet!
You do, however, now own a boat.
That's true. Once again,
My second boat in as many days.
Captain Lucille owns a boat. Well,
See,
I-
easy come, easy go. This is why I traded it off for nothing.
the
It's
dwarves
not
might
worth
have
it.
something to say about that.
They only got passive bonus.
I mean, they don't have a boss anymore.
They never have. They do. They're like a little. They're not his crew.
Oh, yeah.
They are just dwarves who were going, well, we quite like to go up the river, and we know how to boat well.
Maybe I should just become a pirate queen and slowly take over every boat in the river.
That's your side quest.
Yeah.
Boats commandeered.
Dragons land boat.
Valid story up.
Why are you wearing a cloak? It's her swimming cloak.
She always wears a cloak.
Yeah.
The model has this. Look how big a cloak she wears. Look. Where's the camera? There. Right. Look. There's the model. See her feet? See how freaking long that cloak is? That's a long cloak.
Zombodile. We had some really good ones last week in chat. I quite liked Crombie, but I think there was a better one. The Aligool. I like Aligool. I know technically it's a crocodile, but I think that's my favourite name.
Okay.
Do bard curses work on zombies?
Freya's a zombie?
No.
Not quite
This is,
yet.
like I said, this is out of context chat, so we have no idea from what point this came from.
Maybe after 2 turns, after the break, I will be a zombie.
I love how when you type in all caps, the Nightbot turns up. So with some like randomly generated quote from something. So we got some Sykes McKenzie wrote Moonbeam, and then Nightbot went, so who
Moonbeam.
wants to dance? And then Liquid Lulu went, I want to dance, Nightbot. Oh,
The zombies did not stop Moonbeam.
no. Oh, and then we got to, yes, our undead immune to illusions.
How much damage does Moonbeam do?
That's a good question.
It seems pretty strong. I mean, if it's a
Well, I think we're kind of it's like we're dramatically doing things with it rather than like specifically. If we've got it on a maps and minis setup, like here, then it makes sense to be more specific with it. But I think that was more narrative what we did before. 'Cause what does it say here? When a creature enters the spell's area, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain. It must make a Constitution saving throw, and it takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save. So it's always going to get damage. It just depends. And I don't know. Are like zombies particularly bad at Constitution saving throws? I don't know. It was cool. Have faith in the trident. Gonna swim Freya style. Zombodile's holding up cards. saying
Yeah,
10.
I mean, I've got 5 HP and I'm currently swimming. I don't know whether I'm still going to be under the spell, or if I'm going to have my free will back the moment I'm in the water.
Yeah, I
'Cause
don't know.
Like technically,
Yeah,
achieved
because
my
once
mission.
you've gone into the water,
I'm swimming back in.
then you,
Then I
yeah.
can- I
Like
don't
with
know.
Iris, once Iris had attacked York, she was then free of the influence. Although I'm really interested where that influence came from. I'm guessing evil trident. I don't know. Sykes McKenzie, I had to step away. Did Tyndall make it out? Tyndall is stable.
Tyndall is safe. Freya is not safe.
Freya is not safe, and Swifty is very dead.
Tyndall is much more important than Freya. Though.
That's true. That's true.
Oh man, but I just bought a Team Swift t-shirt.
Ah, gone too soon. I have a feeling that Swift may have
know what he was
like
doing.
an identical twin brother.
What was Swift actually like an evil agent?
I don't
Then
know.
or something, because that was just like shit was hitting the fan. It was too suspicious. Freya was just
Oh
like,
god,
fuck that, I'm
maybe he
killing
was
you.
under like the evil influence, like
Maybe.
you were, and maybe we killed him for nothing. Well, you killed him for nothing. I didn't.
I
kill
got a
him.
boat out of it.
That's true. You did get a bit
Yeah.
out of it.
Freya won't be losing sleep. Well, I'm so sad that I failed my initiative against him.
Although the question is, if it wasn't him and it was something else, why would they want Tyndall specifically away from the group?
Because he's an incredibly important resource. If you're
He's a
into
nobleman.
political machinations.
Yeah, but if you're a god, like if we're saying, oh, the evil trident influence, like the Mordred influence, might have affected Swifty, surely the paladin's more important.
But they tried that.
That's true, and I guess minor nobility is not a bad idea.
It's not minor. He's major nobility.
Is he?
He's one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
five
no,
major
he's
families.
a step up from you, isn't
Yeah.
he?
That's minor ability. He's major ability.
Maybe he was trying to drag Tyndall to safety without being eaten by zombies, but why did he go invisible? It's very
Yeah,
suspicious.
they were completely safe. Then he went invisible and dragged him away from the group.
Away from the group.
So
After making a series of hand signals. I don't know. I think it's. Oh, is
I
that
thought
what it
that
was?
was what it
That
was.
makes
Bard's
sense.
casting, yeah.
I thought he was making signals to the boat.
He was just giving everyone the finger before going.
So zombies wouldn't find and eat them. Well, we do know that zombies are affected by illusions.
Zombie crocodiles. Other zombies, who knows?
Yeah, no, other zombies can see straight through. Maybe we thought the worst of Swifty, and we have killed him too soon.
We.
Yes, it was a terrible group decision.
I think Freya just murdered the leprechaun. Oh,
It's like 49 years bad luck.
R.I.P. Captain Swift. We hardly knew you. So
But we
much.
do
bad
like
luck.
your boat.
It's a nice boat. With a big box.
With a big box. Well, I mean, at this point, really, it would be rude not to go and check what was in the
Yeah,
big
we
box.
need to
You
carry
might
out
have a
his
will in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, if it's written in
What if
like
he was
Browser,
like?
then we can just ignore
What
it.
if he
It's
was
not
like
really
Tyndall's long lost cousin or something?
in the chest.
And he was like, finally, I'm reunited. Well, no, he would have
No.
said something else.
That and Tyndall was High Broughton. They're not going to have dallied with leprechauns.
That's true. That's true.
And Swift was trying to isolate me the moment we met him. I'm also
That's
noble.
true. And he was helping you and
Despite the fact that
Tyndall
I'm far prettier.
off the boat. Yeah, I smacked him in the face for that though. That's really interesting. Yeah, he was helping you and Tyndall off the boat.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a coincidence, but that's. We're worried that possibly we misread Swifty's intentions and that maybe he was being affected by mind magic, and now we feel very bad.
But then we started worrying that actually he had like an alternate agenda where he was always trying to isolate the nobles and.
Well, maybe one of those is right.
Tinfoil fan theories in cover.
Yeah.
Tinfoil fan theory, that's fine. Okay, we're back. So, we left just before the break with most of the party back on
Safe and well, and we can all breathe a sigh of relief.
safe and well, and Swift Lord. Thank you, chat. Most of the party safe and well, but the Lady Freya, or possibly Captain Lucille.
It's Captain Lucille.
Captain
She's in a crocodile-infested waters wearing a pirate hat. It's definitely
Captain Lucille, you landed remarkably well. You did not land as you hit the water and you come up. You can see that there are several sharp, jagged bits of boat that you could have landed on that would have really ruined your day.
Yep.
You are in murky, foggy water. There are shapes moving around. Some of them are humanoid dead shapes, and some of them are very much crocodile dead
Am I
shapes.
back to normal mind-wise?
Control of action.
Yes, you are. You
Okay.
were. The suggestion was go jump in the river, which you did.
Okay.
I love the suggestion.
I'm going to yell out for help and start swimming towards my boat.
Sweet.
I would like to use shape water to try and keep the undead that I can see away from.
Perception check.
Yep.
To be able to do that.
Can I also please make one? So that
15.
somebody's going-
15 is enough. Yeah, perception. That's great. So you create a channel of water, and you can see that some of the undead are being gently pushed away from you by little walls of ice that appear in the water as they're coming towards you. It's not very much, but they are keeping some of the worst of it at bay.
21.
20. You see all of this. Okay. You can look over and witness.
I am going to tie one end of the rope around my waist, and I'm going to throw the other end of the rope to Freya.
Athletics check. For her rope check.
Um,
Loads, absolutely fine.
That's like a 25.
That's amazing.
You hit Freya in the face.
Yeah.
She goes on.
I do 4 damage. No, plus strength 18.
How 18?
8 strength.
Plus 14 strength. Strength 35. Okay. There is a rope that comes and lands in the water right by you. You don't have anything. You stow your crossbow and all your bits and pieces.
Depending on how close stuff is, I'm gonna keep a dagger in one hand and just haul myself.
You haul yourself out, and
Once
it
she's got
looks.
hold of it, I'm going to pull on my end as well. Let's double team.
You are, in which case, you are swung up onto the boat, slashing with your cutlass at the undead crocodiles that are coming up at you as you go.
To a
And if I hit
non-copyrighted
it-
piratical
Wait,
theme
wait,
tune.
If I hit it,
You do.
then I use fancy footwork because I have now mealeed it to jump off of its head onto the deck.
Acrobatics check, please.
Nope.
11.
Okay.
Just end up
Still
with
an
a
11.
huge
What did
covered
you
in
roll?
zombie slime.
You rolled a 4 and got an 11. Don't look sad at me.
Okay, so you on an 11, it's not quite as impressive as it perhaps would be. What it is you, as one of them comes in to bite you, you pull yourself up on the rope. You are suddenly pulled up against the gantry as there's a tug against the rope. You pull yourself up with your feet and you slam the creature's mouth closed, using it as a platform to. You attempt a beautiful balletic vault and it becomes a bit of a, okay, just get me onto the boat now. But you clamber up and are on.
York is going to collapse backwards onto the ground, gasping for breath.
The boat slowly pulls away from the sounds of collapsing ships and undead. You have exited the fog and are, congratulations, safely onto the other side of the Ellesmere. Well done, team. The dwarves are. Is everyone all right? Looking at the ruined party there, they're going. Except for Neve, you're doing fine.
I want to see what Lucille says about Swift.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall to my knees panting. And
yeah. You're
thank you, York.
welcome, early.
I think
You're-
Swift didn't make it.
You're looking
You say to the dwarves.
better, Neve.
I'm
How's
feeling
the-
better.
How's the shoulder thing doing?
Yes. Yeah, no, I pull back my cloak and you can see I have a little mark of the lane on my shoulder. Okay. Thank you. Yours.
I'm just gonna sleep
Yeah.
forever. I'll be back in a. I'm just gonna go down in a. You're kind of half crawls, half rolls into the hold, crawls over to where Neve's bedroll was,
is.
and just sparks the fuck out.
Very reasonable. You get down and go to sleep.
Possibly shortly before he does look at us, just shut up a second, and then passes out.
You're full asleep. Awesome. The dwarves. The captain didn't make it.
No, he didn't.
There were hordes of living dead on the boats.
Lord, we have some of those around these parts. We saw them off the best we could, and thank you for your assistance.
No, thank you.
You lot are mighty.
We do what we can.
There must be, near on 10, 12 boats back there. Some of them much bigger than this one. Look at that one in the middle. It's a huge thing of Karth design. Must have had soldiers and sailors and all sorts.
Still does.
Well, I can't speak much for the halfling, didn't know him that well, but I can say that I'm sure he'd rightly be impressed with you lot.
That's a reasonable statement.
You didn't know.
Gawain knows I sure am.
You didn't know Swift.
I mean, he'd been. No, I don't say I did know him very well.
That was rude. I'm just going to slip away and find somewhere to put this trident down.
You must excuse me. I have.
Hang on a minute. What are we going to do with this?
Step 1, put it down.
Okay, you two have shuffled off. We'll have this conversation in a second.
Yeah.
I want to finish the scene with you
Yeah,
all.
sure.
You must excuse me. I was carried onto the boat. You're not part of his crew.
We agreed to that. I have no recollection. That's most strange. He was a halfling, and he just told us to come and join. Hey, get over here, Greta! And he calls over another dwarf, and he says, "Captain Swift." And she says, "Yeah." And he says, "Did you? We've known him since forever." Yeah, we've known him forever. How long is that exactly? Well, what do you mean? How? We've known. And they're very confused at this point. I'll take a Arcana check, please.
Yeah, well, I know what this is, but let's see if Neve does. 20! She knows exactly what this is.
These dwarves have been charmed.
Yeah.
You have no idea who Captain Swift was, but the report that the dwarves gave you of him was clearly not correct. They have all been glamoured in some way to believe that Captain Swift, oh yeah, he's been here for ages, he's a good friend. You have no idea.
Sounds to me like this Captain Swift has performed some sort of magic on you all. We'll try and find out what we can. In the meantime, is there anywhere that we can take you?
Thank you, Chad. We got to head up to the Black Spire Mountains,
Well, that's in this direction.
straight up the Ellesmere.
All right.
We'll help sail the boat if you can make sure that no more undead come to us and nobody casts any more mind magic on us.
We'll do our very best. Well, we're headed, I think, to the Hallow of Elaine. My memory of this is all a little bit hazy. But I'd imagine if you're happy to accompany us that far, we can work out the rest of the journey from there.
I think we could all use some kind of a breather. We'll get us as far as we can today and then moor up somewhere. There must be some sort of... in fact, the dwarves know this. They say, we'll stop at Oldport. It's can't be much more than a day up the river.
Thank you. Is anyone injured?
I believe cuts and bruises.
Great. I will spend the next half an hour or so just going around and very, very gently putting a little bit of healing
Tending
cuts
to
and
the...
bruises,
Lovely.
and we can move over to the Trident conversation.
Excellent, yes. Thank you. The dwarves really appreciate this. Gain respect with dwarves.
Yeah.
For the Trident conversation.
Inspiration?
Yes. Also, Freya, I'm going to... I know it's completely useless now. You said a line last session, which I laughed so hard, and I was in the middle of combat, so I didn't give you any recognition for it. I'm going to give you some inspiration now.
For the
Just after the
castles
fight, when it
give
would have
their
been really
regards.
useful.
Yeah, I know. For the castles give their regards, which I think is such a good
yeah.
line. So have some inspiration for that. And Amy, you can also have some inspiration.
For dwarf care.
For dwarf
I've
care.
got to spread the word of the castles throughout the land until they're hated.
Swell.
I'll try and represent them as best as I can.
Meanwhile, you have found there's a bunch of there are a few cabins below decks. There is one big cabin at the front, which is clearly where the captain was.
There's an uproariously snoring York.
There's York, who is snoring just in the hold somewhere.
You just
I
hear the
think
low-level
probably the
rumble.
captain's cabin because the dwarves seem a bit confused.
And there is a lockbox in there. If we could get that open, I reckon it would be a safe place.
You head into the captain's cabin.
Do you still have the big trident?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to put it down. I'm looking for somewhere to put it down where it's not going to get touched by dwarves. Probably the captain's cabin is the best place.
Great. So you head into the captain's cabin. There is a large bed. I mean, just massive
For a halfling.
for a halfling. It's like a sultan-sized bed. This is the biggest bed
Where
that
was this when,
either of you.
where was this when Freya was sleeping in a,
I was in a
hammock?
hammock. I was very
She was
drunk.
very-
That is fair. I'm not going to wreck on things that badly. There is not a large bed. That's a shame. I had a nice room. This was on another ship. That's
Sorry.
fine. No. The right thing to say. Thank you. Appreciate it. So there is, in fact, the hammock, which you haven't slept in before. There is a bureau and with a fold-out extendable desk, and there is a large metal strongbox. You look at it, and it's got intricate patterning all over it.
Is it big enough the trident would fit inside?
It is, yes, big enough that the trident would fit inside. It's a large trident. It's a really long box. You could put a body in there.
Hint, hint.
No, I'm saying that
Oh God.
it is conspicuously
Uh-huh.
large.
Mad Eye Moody, huh?
Oh God.
Maybe. In there, I say, pointing at the box. Can you
Yeah.
open it?
Well, I tried, but I was drunk. I can try again.
Okay,
Try again with much soberer.
please take me a thieves' tools check.
8.
8
Yeah.
in total.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so
What did
you
you
go
roll on that?
again and you attempt to pick
6.
the lock, and you don't know why it's not working.
A 6. No, your thieves' tools is really.
You had
quite good.
proficiency and your dex.
Your proficiency, your dex,
Oh.
and I think you've got it expertise.
No, stealth and acrobatics.
Self athletics. Okay.
But still,
would
with
have
dex
been
and
better.
proficiency, that takes you from a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is still not enough.
Okay, so-
You don't understand why you can't open it. You've tried 3 different lock combinations. You go, well, it's either a tumbler lock, in which case I need to hold the things and move it, or it's a pin lock, in which case I need to. And you've tried different things, and it's just not working.
Right.
To the point that you realise.
Do you think this is magic or something?
No, you suspect, Freya, I'm telling you right now, because you've picked locks before, that actually the keyhole that you've been picking is not a keyhole. It looks like a keyhole, it's just not attached to anything. There's no tumblers in there, there's no nothing.
Freya is
It's
very
also
excited.
horribly trapped. If you continue to your character will die so hard that your next character, once you've started them,
Will also die.
I'm going to very animatedly just examine every little nook of this chest. Dang, that's a big chest.
Here is the puzzle chest. It does not have Budapest written on top. But here is the puzzle chest.
Let's try and open it.
You have to try and open it.
Oh no.
Iris, you look and you can see Freya is she's moving around, she's tapping various bits of it, she's looking for secret compartments or hidden things, and she hasn't been able to open it yet. Is what you notice.
So, the keyhole, maybe?
This might take some time, you think?
Okay, well, I'm going to, in the meantime, I'm going to the corner furthest away from the door, not near the hammock.
Oh, what is it? If you can try and do this just up slightly so the camera can see the attempt, I think this is awesome.
This is so cool.
Oh, I'm gonna fail. There's something in there.
This is great.
This is fun.
Bits are coming off of this chest.
I'm going to take the trident to the furthest corner away from the door, not the one near the hammock, the other corner,
Okay,
and just rest it up and move away from it.
you rest it up, and you move away from it. Wisdom saving throw.
I might use inspiration on that one.
I think you might want to.
Oh.
That
Now
might
the
be a
nat
really
one.
good
Now the
idea.
nat one.
No.
Oh, nat 20.
That's a good inspiration.
Okay, you put it down, and as it clanks heavily onto the deck, and some of the cloak falls away from it, and the glittering black metal is revealed once again, and you feel your hand reaching out to grab it. You're just going. It would feel so right against the palm of your hand, and you reach out for it, and you feel the rune. Your newest rune burns kind of painfully and snaps you out of your reverie and grows just a little bit bigger. And and you are snapped out of it. You go, oh, and yes, clearly the influence has prevented you from touching that trident. Is what happened there. This is fascinating.
It's great.
Does
I'm
the
completely incapable of listening to anything else.
That's absolutely fine.
She is
That's
in her
fine.
own world.
Iris.
those? Sorry, I
No,
can
no.
give you hints or not.
This is
No,
good.
this is all good. This is all good.
Iris, you
doing
leave
great.
the room, and you see Neve, who has just finished tending.
Freya
to the-
clambering bodily onto the box at this point.
Wait a second.
Chat suggests a hammer.
This is beautiful.
That would upset
Puzzle
Jacob.
world.
It's
That
Jacob's.
was- Yes.
That was why Jacob is not solving the puzzle, because he
Yes.
goes like this.
Yes.
Yeah, so meanwhile, Freya is busy doing this, and you come out and you see that Neve has just finished tending to the dwarves, and the dwarves are once again sailing the boat.
Oh.
So you've got a key, now where's the keyhole?
Well, we know where the keyhole is. That wasn't the problem.
Yes, where's the proper
So
keyhole?
this is fun
This
to
is
watch.
delicious.
But meanwhile,
Yes, Neve.
Mm.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine, better than fine. How are you?
All right. There was a priestess of Mordred on the big boat, the one that sank. And you saw the trident I was carrying.
Yeah.
I think it's like York's axe, but for Mordred.
Oh God.
We're trying to lock it away so that nobody. The priestess didn't appear to be able to let it go. So if anybody touches it, they will be enthralled to it, maybe.
That's a dangerous thing.
Yes, that's why we're trying to lock it away. How's it going?
why the bindi?
Quiet, please.
Quiet.
Freya, like gnawing at a piece of the box with her teeth at this point.
Yeah, you open the door to the captain's room, and you can see that Freya has laid out her roll of thieves' tools, and has got lots of like calipers and forceps and things moving different bits of this box.
This is very impressive.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
You'll get it eventually.
I will. Get it next week.
Well, maybe that's when you get it. That's okay. This remains this way until you open it. You don't have to open it this session. You can fail.
You found it. Found a new thing. Found a new thing.
All right. Okay. While this is going on, Jorg,
Yes.
Jorg, you are
Sleeping.
dreaming,
Oh, good.
Oh.
and your head is clear, crystal
The keyhole
clear.
doesn't work.
Uh,
Shall we check the keyhole?
There's a keyhole.
Your
Oh,
head
it
is-
doesn't do it.
I promise you it does. Just keep trying. Look at where the hinges are. Figure out that you're opening the right way.
Look at the hinges on the back.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are dreaming. And what you are dreaming of is there is a land that is full of life. Everywhere, hang on, we'll get there. Everywhere there is life bursting from the ground and erupting. And that's the sense that you get. The sense of spreading, multiplying life, more and more and more. Fungus blooms in the place of grass. Spores fill the air. And all of the animals have growths on them, bits of mold on them. They have spores, and it looks horrific and wonderful all at the same time. That is what you are dreaming of. Meanwhile, the box has been opened. You hear a ah! In fact, what does Freya say as you open the box? This is taking you an hour.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
Excited screaming.
You all congregate
Oh
in
my
the room.
gosh.
What have you found?
Lots of wanted posters. Some of them already paid.
Paid.
Yeah. Oh, so many.
Ah. I think that our Captain Swift may have been a bounty hunter. That would explain why he was trying to drag Tyndall away.
Iris, you come in and you see that there is.
Tyndall has a bounty.
Well, he's a
Oh.
very well-known noble of Krassos, and he has been kidnapped by us
By ne'er-do-wells.
north of the border. It would make sense, I suppose, that bounty hunters would be after him. There's loads.
This is a very successful bounty hunter.
Good God.
There are some posters. Iris, you come in and
Yeah.
you see.
Freya, 500. Am I the highest here? Oh, Miss Castle has 500 as well.
Miss Castle.
Which?
Someone wants Miss Castle. Evia.
Oh,
That's
which one
the
that
one that we met that
Cla-
was dead, I think.
Clara Loft.
Lord Tyndall. 1,000.
Gabriella Castle.
Oh,
Tyndall
Gabriella
well
Castle was
more
the
than
sister.
me.
Has Tyndall come in to witness this?
Tyndall is asleep. Tyndall is sleeping right next.
What? Is waking up
So,
to
so it's not Mina and it's not Gabriella, it's another one.
I just have this
Correct.
image of Tyndall waking up with you on his
There's
chest
parcels
going, what
they get
the fuck
everywhere."
is this? Why are you worth more than me?
Tyndall is shaken.
I hasten to add, that was my image of it.
No, I love it. Yorg, your sleep is interrupted. Your visions of exploding pustules and rapturous joy, I have to say.
What?
This has been delightful. That it has been. It's been a really blissful dream, and it's
While I've been
only
in it, I
gross
think-
when you wake up and go, "This should have been gross," but actually, it was so lovely.
I think in York's current state, he wakes up and then vomits. I think he wakes up and physically retches.
Sweet. You vom, and there is a deeply unpleasant smell. It's on you, and
Okay.
not much of it, but you get up and you go, "Bleh." Okay, fine. So it's down on the side.
No, on me, sure. I thought you were saying to
No. Freya has come and shaken Tyndall awake, demanding answers.
1,000 gold.
What?
That's enough for 100 boats.
What's 1,000 gold?
Boats cost
You
10
want-
gold.
No, she's never had to buy a boat.
She has twice.
Look at this, we're famous.
Well, my love, hello. Greetings and salutations.
Congratulations.
What a lovely way to wake up. Congratulations.
You are worth 1,000 gold pieces, darling.
I am worth 1,000 gold. Why? What? Why am I worth
Somehow worth more than me.
1,000? Wanted, Lord Tyndall of Crassos. Rather nice likeness. Only alive. 1,000 gold.
Along with your herald as well, it would seem. Jacob Lark. Not the Lady Amelia.
Jacob Lark? Is it? What's he wanted for?
I don't know, but it says DOA, which I imagine is dead on arrival.
Dead or alive.
Oh.
What? What?
Only 50 for him, though.
Who could have put a bounty this big on you?
Well,
Your father?
obviously my father.
York stumbles to a water barrel and gets a thing of water.
1,000 gold.
Prince Tutapek is wanted alive.
Is he? What? Where have we become bounty hunters?
No, I think.
How long was I out?
I think Captain Swift was a bounty hunter. We found these in his chest.
He tried to kidnap you.
He did what now?
Yeah. I saved you, don't worry.
Thank you, my love.
Can anybody remember who Iskander is?
Iskander.
The name is
Is
very
that,
familiar to me.
One of the lizards?
The orc, the orc that made it across at the back at the docks.
Yes.
Their friend was called
Iskander.
Uskander.
Iskander got away.
York washes his mouth out with water and then spits out of a porthole.
I wonder if this might have been who Captain Swift might have been chasing when he came across us.
Iris, you can put the trident in the box if you would like to.
I was going to ask Neve to shape water it and use the water to carry it, put the trident in so no one has to touch it.
I'm very happy to do this.
That is a very good choice. No one has to make a wisdom saving throw. Good job, guys. That is a good way to do it.
York is going to be very blearily looking around for a mop and bucket.
The dwarves are happy to provide you with it. They come and clean
up
up.
after myself. York is very insistent he's going to clean up after himself. He's not going to have other people clean up after his mess.
There is it's been a few hours. You know, this has been probably 5 or 6 hours that you've been travelling. Basically, through the best part of the day, you have just been sleeping. Neve, everybody can have the benefit of a long rest. No, everybody can have the benefit of a short rest. We're nearly at the point of a long rest. You'll have to basically spend the night before you can have a long rest, but you can spend hit dice, you can do all that kind of stuff. And there is
When
a
does the hit points?
long rest,
That's a long rest.
which you have not yet.
Sure, gotcha.
Huh.
So Swift was a bounty hunter?
I guess.
And he got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with clearly more on the list. Well, I think we should watch out for the ones that are wanted only dead.
Who's
Al-
one?
Alvira Stonehand, Sir Edgar the Fair, and Moon the Witch. Only dead.
Have you heard of Sir Edgar the Fair?
No. I don't think so.
Tyndall, have you heard of Sir Edgar the Fair?
Let's find out. No.
No.
Who are
I
they?
guess maybe not a real sir.
Maybe he's not very fair either.
Can
Sally Ann Coulter, that's another one that rings a bell. Well, whoever she is, she's been caught. That one's paid in full.
There is a and there is a horn is blown. It's not a horn that you've heard. It's not a tune you recognise. Take me.
Not even Tyndall. I instantly look at Tyndall.
Tyndall absolutely does not recognise it.
Very good.
He looks around confused. You can make me a history check, please.
a 19.
19.
Off a 19. I get a 9.
A 9. Okay, on a 9, it's vaguely familiar to you, but you can't place it for a moment.
Did
And then
blowing that bloody
the dwarves, one of them comes running down and goes, "We're being requested to stop, be searched."
All right, Captain Lucille.
By who?
The
Yes.
Red
Oh.
Fists.
The Red Fists.
Right. Well, you go acting captain. I'm going to give you my pirate hat while I close up the box.
You've been promoted.
what happened with the trident thing?
It's Freya's locking it in a strongbox.
Good.
That took her
Good.
an hour to open.
That needs to happen.
Yes, congratulations. You have acquired a large masterwork chest. It is very difficult for a rogue to gain access to, which means that you can keep things in there, and it will be hard to get into. But you do have to figure out how to open it and close it every time.
In terms of the dwarf, is our presence here going to be an issue for the Red Fist?
Well, I can't imagine so, unless any of you all pissed any off recently.
I look at Freya.
Speed run. Nothing suspicious here.
The chest is upside down. Okay, so you put the trident in the chest. The boat is moving, and the dwarves are going to moor up and prepare to be boarded. Would anybody like to do anything before you are boarded by orcs?
Before we're boarded.
Yeah.
By orcs.
This
Yes.
is. I have GM fail. There should be. I was going to put stuff in there and didn't. There is gold in this chest.
Ooh.
Was a thing that crossed my mind.
Yes, there is gold. There are several sacks of it, and you pick it up and you go, there might be 500 gold in this chest.
There isn't anymore, but there was.
You found all the gold.
Yeah.
And a bunch of wanted posters.
I mean, I can leave it in there for now.
That's fine.
It's safe.
It's
It's not as if anybody except you could open the
this
fucking
gold.
thing.
You look at it, and it's the interesting thing. You open a couple of bags, and the gold pieces were minted in different thanedoms.
Right.
So you have some. It all spends the same everywhere, but you got some Krasos gold, you got some Carithian gold, you got some King Maros gold, got some Galatean stuff. You go, this is interesting. That's enough for 50 boats, says Chad. There are the sound of footsteps and speaking.
I'm going to be up on deck.
In Istalian. That's cool.
Good that our captain.
Istalian, yeah.
And
What do I see as we
you
draw
see
up the
that
dock?
there are maybe 8 orcs that are. They haven't got weapons out. Take me an insight check, and I'll tell you what you see.
Oh, I meant from a physical layer as well. That is 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. You're on an 8. You see that there are a bunch of orc soldiers. They're trained. They know how to handle weapons. They are armed.
Yep.
They are in armor, but they're not in.
They don't have weapons out. And
They don't have weapons out at the moment, but they have them, and their hands aren't straying way too far from them.
That's suspicious. They know
Who else is up on deck seeing this?
Yep.
Insight check.
20.
20. Okay. Iris, these guys are thugs. They're bullies, and you've met them before. They are swinging their big weapon dicks around, and they're going to take as much as they can from you because they can. You have been running from people like this your entire life, and you see the arrogant sneer on the face of one of the orcs, and you just...
I look
been
around
here
for
before.
what I'm looking and trying to assess the boat. I'm casing the boat. What is it that they're most likely to go for?
The
Don't know what
big
you want
fucking
for that.
lockbox.
The big lockbox is what they'll take.
Right.
So one of them comes on and says, "Who is captain here? I am Alexi of the Red Fist. You have heard of me."
I'm the captain, I say, coming up from below decks.
That's fine. You do that. I'm going to go back, and having realised this, I'm going to go back to the captain's chamber.
Okay, you meet Freya down in the captain's chamber. Jorg and Neve, you are up there.
Orcs are coming on board. They will probably take the whole box and just smash it to pieces. We need to.
How
disguise it.
many orcs?
About 8.
About 8, yeah.
You could kill them yourself.
You're on a 20 on your insight
I'm pretty
check.
sure I've
that's
stolen
not
a
natural.
boat
That's fine.
from this tribe before.
These guys are not expecting a fight.
Yeah.
They're happy to fight, but they really don't want to. They want to turn up and go, "You really want to pick a fight with the Red Fist?" And most people just say no, and they probably just take all their things. Is fee to pass down the river?
A fee.
Correct. You have note from Red Fist, or you pay fee?
What fee?
What you have. A couple of them chuckle.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we have very little. We're taking these fine folks with us. The dwarves have somewhere to be. We are traveling as security. In case you hadn't noticed, there is a blockage further up the river.
Yes, has been no travel. Very bad for business.
Mm.
He turns and looks at some of the orcs that are around, and they all, nod. It has been hard. You're pretty sure they haven't been able to extort anybody for a while.
Yeah.
And you will, of course, not mind us search your boat. Bad magic done this way.
Of course.
We will make sure you do not bring any further to pollute the Ellesmere.
Please do.
Gorshkar, he clicks his fingers and says something in orc, and the soldiers start to go down below decks.
Can I create water inside their boat?
Yes, you can. How much water do you create?
10 gallons.
10 gallons, not loads
It's
of
not
water.
loads.
You could create water inside their boat. You'd be better off punching a hole in their
I
boat.
know, I'm trying to find a way to do it.
Okay, that's fun.
We can just take it.
You are...
That's boats.
There are orcs turning up, but one of them looks at you and bares his teeth. You don't need to make me an insight check for this. This guy's what are you going to do about it? That's the position of this one.
I've dealt with dickheads in charge before. I will carefully not eyeball him. If that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, just all right. Time to inspect the floor. Let's just have a look.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I am in armour, I think, because I think when somebody said we were being pulled over by the Red Fist.
On it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I was trying to work out whether I was in it or not.
Okay,
but-
he shoulder barges past you. It's what I thought.
That's fine.
Continue.
That's
walking.
fine.
That's fine. That is what these orcs are doing. They are dickheads, and they're not hiding it at all.
Yeah.
They open doors. They go through the boat. They're pretty thorough. They know what they're doing. They reach the captain's cabin where they're expecting the loot to be, and they open the door. What do they see?
Do you have any magic that can?
So I guess minor illusion
Okay,
onto
the box
the box.
to make it look like.
Make it look like a bed.
I'm lying on it.
Grand. Okay. This is captain room. Why are you in captain's room?
The captain's mistress.
I love this.
Love it so much. I'm okay with this.
Make me a deception check, please.
Me.
Yes, me.
That's technically accurate.
6.
Captain's mistress. Really? Make me a perform check, please.
Please make me a performer mistress.
That's 20!
Describe to me how Freya convinces this orc that you are in fact Neeb's mistress.
Well, I'm in bed. I don't have many clothes on. I'm just like pulling the duvet.
The duvet.
Very seductively.
That's so good.
I'm a noble woman. I'm pretty hot, and they're all wishing that I was their mistress.
Okay. That's great. Sure. One of them, the captain ushers them all out, Alexei, and one of them lingers for a second. Says, go. Alexei stays. He says, "Your captain, she's weak. You want orc
Not today.
today and tomorrow, and all day, and all night." Have you ever been with orc?
Yeah.
There's a snigger from out in the hallway, and he turns to go and deal with it, and they leave. That was awesome. That I was not expecting.
I am incredibly glad Yorga's nowhere near this.
Deep joy.
Cut to Jorgen Tyndall. I wonder what they're doing in there.
I'm sure they're handling it, my lord. I'm sure they're handling it, my lord.
Yes. The orcs do a thorough investigation of the ship. You have concealed the magic trident and wanted posters. Good job. They
Fat stacks of
fat stacks of gold that you have is routine. You have no contraband. We require merely 50 gold.
I'll see what I can do.
Do. Or I will take your mistress.
Sure. Okay.
He's like, yes, my mistress.
Don't get the wrong idea. If she will come. And she will.
There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna
This guy's a douche.
head down to the chest, and I'm going to take 20 gold
Okay.
and a flask of healing water from my pack.
Okay.
I'm
Nice.
going to come back. I'm going to say I've passed the hat around with the crew. This is all we have, but this is strong magic.
You enter the room and you see there is a Freya in a state of undress.
Yep.
On a bed.
With a not
Ah!
sexual duvet.
Mistress! It all makes sense. Get off the chest.
Captain.
No, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna get 20 gold out the chest.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the thing, and yeah, so I'm gonna say this is all that we have from the crew. This is what we have scraped together, but this is strong magic. You get injured in a fight, this will help you. You need to impress somebody, this will help you.
Persuasion check.
You're selling snake oil. Well, it's not even snake
It's
oil.
not snake oil. It does good stuff. Just maybe not
Just
exactly
exaggerating
what
a bit.
I'm. What am
Is
I
this
rolling?
so-
Persuasion.
You turned into a homeopath.
11.
11. That's fine. I roll a 6. He turns, and you don't speak Orc, so you don't understand. But he is berating his men for not having found the gold that you are giving them. But he says, "Travel safe. Ellesmere is not as hospitable a river as it once was. The times they are changing."
Ask him for a letter.
A letter.
Yeah, that's what he said you have to pay for that. But we just give him stuff so you get a letter.
That's a good thing. Can we have the letter then?
The letter of charter costs 50 gold.
Never mind.
I am willing to turn blind eye.
That's very gracious of
The fee is 50 gold,
you.
but a note of charm.
Move on. Just live with your life.
And he takes his orcs, they get off your boat, and you make your
Never
way.
speak of this again.
Yes, you make your way over to. You can see that there is a quite a large town coming up. It's on the banks of the river, and
Where's our map gone?
where is your
Yeah.
It's under all the food.
Under all the food. There we go. So we come through Redfist territory. So whereabouts are we on this map?
Okay, so you're still in Redfist territory.
Past the patrol boat.
But you have passed the patrol boat, so you have come down. Yeah, you're somewhere around here. There is an old town that is somewhere in this curve of the river. There is
Cool.
old town.
So in neutral territory.
Yes, it's not in the Red Fist Orc territory specifically.
Gotcha.
Although I mean the Red Fists, they
but-
claim dominion over
Like
all
that.
Much
this
larger.
stuff. Yeah, much larger. But in this map,
This map is not hugely accurate.
well, this is drawn by scouts, so they go. This is the area the Red Fist likely usually patrol, which may not be current.
Yeah.
Old Town is built out of.
Town,
Sorry, market it. Yeah.
Make
Um,
that better.
Old Town. The dwarves say we'll be stopping off here for the night unless anyone's got any objections.
If you say it's safe, then we'll go.
Oh, safe as anywhere around here.
As long as I get to sleep, I don't really care.
I think it's time for a drink.
I have one for me, my lady.
There is a shout that comes from Old Town, and you can see there's a large wooden palisade perimeter that is built around the entire town and is manned by. There are some humans, there are some orcs, there are some dwarves, there are some goblins. Other main races that you see. There are a couple of other things that you go, "Ooh, okay, there's lots of there's lots of other things. Yeah, there's a diverse town, and they've all got crossbows. And there are other boats that are moored here. There are in fact quite a lot of other boats that are moored here. You reckon that you could probably get maybe 50 boats in this town if you had
50
to?
boats, you say?
No, that's about the capacity of this town, and they are very interested that you have turned up. And you hear,
Ho there, what is the news? You travel from west of the Ellesmere. Is the blockage gone?
I think we've taken a chunk out of it. We would like to come and speak to you more about it. We're tired and we're in need of somewhere to stay. Can you help us?
Please.
there's some shuffling, and they have to move a boat to get your boat in. One of the captains is a bit annoyed by this, but you can all see
all of the
boats are here. They've all stopped here and gone.
Because
We can't
fuck
go
that.
on, because we sent a bunch on, and what's happened is they've died to horrible undead fog. So they move a boat. You manage to pull up. The dwarves seem much happier now that they're in Old Town, and as they are throwing ropes to the people who are coming to help you moor your boat, they all seem to know each other. There's a real sense of they're calling out names, and not just to other dwarves. There's a lot of, oh yeah, we know who all these people are. We are river dwarves, and this is a frequent port. I'll take an insight check from each of you to see what you get about Old Town.
11.
10.
11, 10, okay.
10.
Where is inside? Oh, there it is.
There.
50.
15. Okay. What you notice as you get out is that there aren't any police in Old Town.
Okay.
There's no
There's no
guards
militia.
wandering around, no militia. Well, there are militia. They're all man in the walls.
Yeah.
So the defences of Old Town are concentrated entirely outwards. And if fights start here, you guess they're resolved by the locals, not by any authority that come to deal with it. What did you get?
10.
On a 10, you notice that Old Town is... it's got a real community vibe to it. The people here all know each other, which is strange because it must be trading up and down the Ellesmere, but people stay and they go, and you can see some people who are loading onto boats, and some of the boats are really keen to get moving. They're like, well, maybe we can make a go for it now.
15.
On a 15, on your check, you, as you get off the boat, you reach out and grab a hand that was going for your purse.
I'm not leaving the boat. I'm testing the boat.
Okay, that's fine.
Fuck this. I'm going to bed.
Great, no problems. I assume you're leaving the boat. If you're not leaving the boat,
I'm leaving
great.
the boat.
So as you get off, you reach out and you grab, and you see that there is a little child, who looks at you with a sullen look in her eyes. She's a lizard folk, tiny little lizard folk, dressed in rags.
Little cutie pie.
And she.
I'm going to give her a gold piece and ask where the fence lives in Old Town.
She's gonna struggle because you're speaking in Browser.
Oh, yeah.
She takes the gold.
Oh, well, I'm going to keep hold of it until she answers.
Where is the fence? Okay, you're going to take this lizard person off and we're going to have that conversation in a second. There's a chance she speaks Browser, it's not high. Skink, yes, chat, that's the kind of look. What did you roll on your check?
10.
On a 10, the land around here is, you can feel there's something not quite right in the energy. It's not Browter land, but it's there's something off about the magical energies around this land. There is some sort of a problem in the land, some sort of imbalance among the elements.
Okay.
You're not sure what it is. That's all you get on a 10. That's
Okay.
what you, and that is what you guys discover about Old Town.
You guys go and do what you need to in the town. I need to rest, but I need to rest.
Of course.
I'll be on the boat if you need me.
Mhm.
And you'll go back down to his bedroll and pass out.
Great. You go and pass out to dream once again of fecund and verdant fields of pustules and pestilence. And it's great. You have a wonderful night's sleep.
I'm really regretting that.
It is gross, but you love it. You are taken. You take the lizard person, and you try repeatedly to speak Browser at her.
Yeah.
She shakes out of your wrist.
Oh, she's not going to cooperate. I'm just going to kick her into the water.
No.
She tried to steal from me.
Make me an attack check against a child.
That's nasty.
No ball.
14.
Okay, you miss.
Good kid.
Yeah, you go to give her a kick. She's dodged kicks before, and she runs off.
Okay.
And then a couple of minutes later, she comes and finds you, tugs at your shirt sleeve, and she's got a little boy with her who is, just so grubby. Right. He's covered in like mud and maybe caked blood. You're not sure. His knuckles are more. It's impossible to tell what this guy's skin color was to begin with. He's just covered in like crud. He has maybe never bathed.
Yeah.
And
you kick him into the river.
And he looks at you and he says, "What in Browser?"
Where's the fence?
Fence? What, Ollie?
Yeah, Ollie. Where's Ollie?
As in for like moving stolen stuff.
Yes.
He says something in Estalian to the lizard girl. He goes, "What? Why do you want to know?
I want to buy.
You want to buy?"
Yeah. Just going to shake my coin purse.
Give me a gold, I'll take you to him. She tags him. All right, give us 2 gold and we'll take you.
I'll give him 3 gold.
You what?
I'll give him 3 gold.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's
you're
amazing.
gonna make them fight over that third one.
That's so good. He takes the gold and she thinks this is incredibly unfair. He goes, well, you should learn the language then, shouldn't you?
She knows the word for gold.
Yeah, she points at you and she's very annoyed. She follows. I mean, she's so happy she's been given a gold. That's great. Yeah, they lead you off. Is anybody minding that Freya is going
I
off
don't
into
know
the
if
crowds?
Tinder wants to come.
Tyndall is... Are you offering this to Tyndall?
I'll just make eye contact with him before I leave.
Okay. And Tyndall says, my love, where did she go? You slipped off into the back streets.
I'm sure Freya will be alright, and if she's not, we'll know about it. Come and get a drink.
Watch for the explosion.
Yes. Please allow me to buy you all a drink. I was knocked unconscious, and I came to my senses in safety, and I truly appreciate it.
Tyndall, let's go and tell our story about what happened on the Ellesmere. I think other people will buy us drinks tonight.
Yes.
Can you sing?
Please.
That bad?
Yeah. So
Like
The-
clap a hand around
their
Alice's
crowds
shoulder.
are really interested in you.
Mm.
You are all. I mean, you're the talk of the town at the moment. You are
We're the only thing that's happened
for
in
Yeah.
weeks.
for 2 weeks, and there's a lot of. In fact, there's a pretty officious-looking portly orc comes up and says to you, "Look like you're in charge."
I am.
Well, you've been leading the I am in charge.
Yeah.
Comes up to you and says, can we leave? We have voyage we must make. Please."
The sunken fleet, we think, is largely gone. The fog is mostly dispersed. There may still be undead about. Travel cautiously, but I think you can travel safely.
Good. Captain Garrickle waits no longer. Man, ready the ship.
Anyone who wants to hear the story, come and join us in the... what is this tavern's name?
This is the tavern in Old Town. 1 moment.
The Random Encounter.
The
Lovely.
random encounter.
The shadowy corner.
Crocodile.
I like that more.
What's that?
I like
Shadowy
that
corner.
more.
The Shadowy Corner. Come on into the
I'll
Shadowy
save this,
Corner.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry, you had one.
I did, of course. Yeah. I started at Old Town, but that's fine. The Shadowy Corner is a better tavern name.
Brilliant.
So they take you to the Shadowy Corner. You are not in the Shadowy Corner.
No.
There are more than one tavern in Old Town.
Oh, of course,
It's a big tavern.
There is an inordinate amount of
We
shadowy
had- yeah.
corners in this fucking
Oh,
tavern.
we've headed to the nearest, biggest portside bar that we
Great.
could see.
There are a whole bunch of really drunk sailors in here
Great.
because they haven't been able to leave for weeks. And there's cheers and people, "Hurrah, come in. The rumours are spreading, and as many people as
Give us
possible.
space by the fire. We've got a new story for you.
They make me a perform check. I love this.
57.
Okay.
I'm a better performer than Neve is.
And yeah, Neve says, we have a story. Tyndall leaps onto a table.
Yes.
And-
Thank you, Tyndall.
He says, "My friends, Broughter, Istalian, lizard folk, whatever you are, friend, do we have a tale for you? A tale of daring do and adventure. A tale of..." And he starts doing this and this oohs and ahs. He's really good at
People
working the crowd.
translating into a stallion.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. He's,
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Oh, no, there we go. You're translating.
Yeah.
You're doing the
Subtitles.
So-
the
Yeah.
closed caption
He says,
subtitles
and then-
at the front.
a fog, thick as you've ever seen. It was. Can either of you do something about this?
Yep, I will chill the air And,
the candlelight.
Yeah, dim the candlelight.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah,
Okay, this is
puffs of little smoke.
a really impressive story, with you guys providing variously through prestidigitation and druidcraft magical sound effects
And translated.
and so
A minor illusion.
and minor illusion to summon undead crocodiles when necessary.
Yeah.
And this is amazing.
Get a door to bang at just the right moment.
And everybody jumps, and they're all really they love this. Do you tell the whole story? What do you leave out? What do you tell? Because Tyndall is looking to you guys for occasionally when he reaches the bit about the trident.
No.
Like, don't mention it at all.
There was a
Priestess.
dark sorceress, and he tells the story. So the story that they believe is that there was an evil sorceress who worshipped Mordred,
Yeah.
Leave that in.
who was creating some sort of a dark temple to her god in the middle of the river, who was luring ships in and then crashing them so that their sailors might become part of the undead army that served the Dark Lord Mordred. You see that a couple of mums cover their kids with this. And he tells a really compelling yarn, and it doesn't hurt that you guys are big damn heroes.
Yeah.
Tyndall recounts and embellishes, and by the end of the day, there may have been 50 ships.
There may have
That you
Billions.
that you soon
Billion shit.
As many ships as 500 gold can buy.
York definitely, by the time it's on the third retelling, York definitely wrestled with an undead crocodile at one point.
And absolutely.
Yeah.
Freya cut herself out from the inside. Captain Lucille.
Captain Lucille.
He has tried to go for Captain Lucille. Freya has slipped out a couple of times because he is excited in telling the story.
And he loves.
One thing I will be watching for is anybody who's paying overt interest in the magic.
Yeah.
What kind of? Oh, in the magic that you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Well, everybody. This magic is uncommon, and the first time you did it, it was a bit. Oh, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, that's not incredibly rare, but it's not common." And certainly, people with such mastery of magic that they can use it to ad-lib storytelling effects. Level 3 characters are not common. There might be, a couple of level 1 characters here and there who can do stuff, but people who are like, "Yeah, look at me doing all this stuff." They love you. They thought this was super impressive. They can't wait to meet Captain Lucille. They literally can't wait. And you've got them. The kids are out, and they are.
Oh yeah, the kids are. I'm Captain Lucille. I'm York.
I'm the
I'm
sorceress.
the sorceress.
Yeah! Now you're my zombies. No!
I got you. Yeah, right. That's what they're doing.
I'm immune to zombie powers.
And actually, I've got a special sword that actually. Yes.
But really, but actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Kids are the best.
Kids are the worst. So you do a best worst kids version of the story, and the villagers love you. This passes the time all through the evening, and
You get drinks bought for us, right?
You don't have to pay for a single thing. You are given accommodation. The owner of what's this? The
Shadowy Corner.
The owner of the Shadowy Corner insists that you have room and board and lodging for the night because people have bought loads of drinks. And everybody is here. So it's like, it is a halfling who says, "You'll stay for free. I hope you understand." Excellent. Between you and me, that treacherous Captain Swift sounds like a bad one. You are given drinks and lodging and place to be. Captain Lucille, you are pulled aside by some kids who are going to kick themselves that they missed this. And you are taken to this is not a nice town. You're taken to a dodgy part of this not a nice town.
God.
It's right by one of the outer palisade walls. And you can see, tell me a perception check.
21.
21? I know. Several of the wooden planks, you are pretty sure could be removed to make ingress and exit through the palisade walls. for smuggling and things. Hello, Happy Green Leaf. Thank you for joining us. Ollie is a very thin, very tall half-elf with an eye patch and hair that is just way too greasy in a ponytail back down behind. Her, you're not sure, sat in a dark, shadowy corner with a dagger just casually cleaning their fingernails.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over.
That's close enough. So, why have you brought her? What do you want?
I want to know who posted this bounty. And I want your best crossbow. And I'm just going to chuck 50 gold on the table.
Well, that's a way to open a negotiation. The 50 gold you see is the Ollie is still cleaning their nails, and the 50 gold is picked up and moved across the table.
Or the thief's class that gets arcane.
Well, no, it's still Mage Hand. It just might be better than your average Mage
Yeah, yeah.
Hand.
There are many things that could do that.
Yes.
And
It was Mage Hand.
No, they're all mage hand.
and you want my best crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
To shoot people.
Who are you going to be shooting? You're going to be causing problems in town.
Not in this town. Just passing through. Unless you want some trouble made.
I like you. We're going to get on just fine. I might have been waiting for someone like you for a while now.
I'm going to come and sit down at the table.
The chair pulls out for you.
Who wanted that?
Let's
Some sort of magic.
let's talk, you and I. I think we could achieve some real things here. And I think that is where we're going to leave this session. Mage Hand, that's how you know it's a real criminal outfit. No heroes take Mage Hand. Right. Thank you very much, chat, for staying with us. Thank you, everybody else, for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, and I am sure that we did, then you can find us every Thursday at 8 on twitch.tv/CellpenGM. There'll be a link down below. And you can catch up our entire past canon on YouTube at youtube.com/Cellpen. We are going to hang around now to chat to the people who are on Twitch. But until next time, tell your friends, tell your enemies, and keep rolling them dice.
Safe travels.